Hello friends, welcome back. Today in this video for the subject automobile engineering, BE mechanical, vehicle performance and safety. Today we are going to discuss the vehicle performance and safety aspects which are to be considered. So let us begin. So today we are going to study vehicle rollover and vehicle safety. So what is basically vehicle rollover? In this diagram you can clearly see the name itself is telling you the vehicle is tilting to one side due to shift in the center of gravity. So what is rolling? When cornering, the centrifugal force produces a movement of the vehicle about a longitudinal axis through center of gravity and is thus known as rolling. So you can see that is the centrifugal force which does not allow the vehicle to remain stable, and that will overturn the vehicle due to shift in the CG point. That is called as the rolling phenomena. A vehicle rollover is among the worst things that can happen to you on the road. Although rollovers occur in only about 3% of all the serious crashes, they account to be 30% of the people killed while riding in a passenger vehicle. So this is again very common accident, and which will kill around 30% of the passengers in all the accidents that occur. Rollovers needn't be so deadly. Rollover avoidance technologies, better vehicle design, enhanced safety systems, stronger government regulations, increased use of safety belts could cut the number of killed and injured to half or even more. This will explain you how the rollover happens and how the government rollover test works. So you can see in this diagram how a typical sports utility vehicle is trying to roll over on a straight road, because you can see it is having acted upon by a centrifugal force. Okay, but how rollover happens? Given the right circumstances, any vehicle can roll over. However, taller, narrower vehicles such as SUV, pickups and vans are more susceptible than traditional cars are because they have a higher center of gravity, and thus due to and thus are more top heavy, means the upper side of the vehicle is quite heavy. The sideway forces that develop when a vehicle rounds a curve shifts the center of gravity to one side, which can have a dramatic effect on the vehicle's balance. The lateral forces increase with speed and also with rapid changes of direction. For example, when a driver makes too sharp a turn one way, then overcorrects the other way, those transitions can set up a pendulum effect with larger and larger swings and an eventual loss of control. So this is how the vehicle rollover happens. Now here you can see the rollover is defined as any vehicle rotating 90 degrees or more about its own longitudinal or lateral axis. So you can see this is a typical example of vehicle rollover on a plain road. Okay, you can see here. Now overly aggressive driving. So how driving also leads to the vehicle rollover. Now here you can see the rolling tire. Okay, the rolling tire, here you can see the complete contact of the tire here. Okay, abrupt steering effects on tires which may result in rollover. So when the vehicle is traveling at on a straight road, but when the vehicle is cornering too fast, you can see the contact of the tire. It goes on reducing. Okay, and this will the centrifugal force acting in this direction will overturn the vehicle. You can see here. You can see the CG point has got shifted up here. So, you can see all these things, you can see the tire contact of the vehicle. This is because of aggressive driving. Preventing and surviving a rollover. Newer the better. So, the improvement right to be because more people are buckling up because vehicles have better build quality and safety systems. So, better build quality of the vehicle, and you can see the center of gravity is kept as low to the ground as possible. The use of self safety belts can prevent and even survive in the rollover. Wearing of seat belts is another important aspect. To check the tires, whether the tires are properly inflated or not, whether the tires are worn out, or checking the tire conditions. The load on the vehicle. Now, basically you can see in most of the cargo vehicles and SUVs, the load on the vehicle will go on higher from the ground. So, this will shift the center of gravity to the upper side of the vehicle. Okay. Again, speed of the vehicle, if the speed is too high, it can also roll over the vehicle on the plain road. And cross country roads. So, if the vehicle is moving too fast on the cross country roads, this will also lead to the rollover of the vehicle. So, you can see these are the typical cases of rollovers. You can see here, you can see this is a tanker, how it will roll over. You might have seen all these things on the Indian roads. Now, rollover occurrence conditions. So, there are many ways how a rollover can occur. Traveling at higher speed on curved roads, severe cornering maneuvers, traveling on collapsible roads and suddenly providing steering input for a vehicle with low level of rolling stability, losing control due to rapid decrease in friction such as driving on an icy road, lateral sliding of the road and sliding from the cliff. So, these are the probable conditions of rollovers. Factors affecting a vehicle rollover. So, we have discussed that this is a typical factor, that is the centrifugal force, which will lead to a vehicle rollover on a cornering road. These factors are tire, vehicle characteristics, environmental conditions and related to drivers. Rollover can happen on a flat road, on a cross slope road or off roads. Rollovers can be divided into two categories: tripped rollover and untripped rollover. Tripped rollover are caused by a vehicle hitting an obstacle. Traveling at higher speed on a curved road, when the vehicle travels on the curved road, lateral centrifugal force will pull it outboard in the motion. So, you can see severe steering inputs on a plain road will also lead to zigzag motion of the car, which will lead to rollover, and slippery angle, low friction between the tires and wheels, this will also lead to the rollovers, or traveling on a collapsible road. So, these are the references. Thank you friends, thank you very much.